Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share and subscribe. The entire website is made uh, for professional use, for professional use only. You can use it for your resume. You can showcase your projects over there, and it will be a very good application for your recruiters for your first job that you're looking for. It is a very professional website, portfolio website, and you can make it. It's a very beginner friendly website. Right now we are in the home page. We can see home, skills, qualification, achievements, projects, and contact me. You can see the hover effect on the navbar elements. You can see the theme change button, that is to change from light mode to dark mode. When you click on it, you can change it from light mode to dark mode. It gives a very good functionality to this professional portfolio website. And you can see we have added our image exactly at the center, and we have the information, the biography. Then we added our icons like in LinkedIn, GitHub and Twitter. And we also have the skills section, and you can see whenever we hover on the skills section, the images will move. This is the hover effect that we have added. Then we have the education and experience section. You can see how neatly we have aligned them. Then we have the achievement section. You can see hover effect on them. The icons will rotate 360 degrees, as well as we'll get an border line. Then we have our projects, because we are using swiper.js JavaScript library. So we have this functionality that we have added. You can see, and you can see the demo button also. Whenever we hover onto it, the arrow will move forward, and you can see this is the contact me form. We have added the informations like our email, WhatsApp number, as well as Telegram. And you can see the border effect whenever we try to enter the data into the input elements. You can see border changes to darker color, that is focus element. Then we have the send button. You can see this is the footer. This is the arrow button to move back to the starting page. As I told you before, this website has light and dark mode. This is the dark mode of the website, and you can see how smooth transition is taking place. The animation is very smooth. How detailing I have done in this project. Is a very responsive portfolio website that you can use for your resume, for your first impression to your recruiters. It will give a very professional look to your resume also. The website is entirely responsive, that is, it is also available in mobile as well as in tab version. Let me show you the mobile version. You can see this is the mobile version of the website. You can see how perfectly they have all been aligned. And you can see that the menu bar I have added at the bottom. At the bottom, you can see I have added the menu bar here. You can see giving an app-like look to the menu bar elements. Just like we open in our mobile phone, right? It gives a very professional look to your website, and the recruiter will be very impressive how you have made it look like a very professional app. You can use your resume too, and you can change the theme here by changing the theme button, which is right beside it, beside the menu element. It gives a very professional look to your resume, and it will give you a very good impression. The entire website is made using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. It is a very beginner friendly project. You can make this. The source code is available in the description, and the full tutorial is all. It will be also be available on the YouTube channel. Definitely try to visit the channel. There are a lot of websites that I've built, and each and every line of code is being explained. Full tutorials are all added into the YouTube channel every day. So definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing content. Thank you so much. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Now let's go through line by line code for this responsive portfolio website. Uh, Now let's go to the index.html file. You can see in the header tag, we have linked our fav icon using link tag, and we have linked links icons, and we have linked the swiper.css file using link tag. Then we have linked our main CSS file, style.css file. Then we have added the title, that is the Viram page as the title of this website. Then we can go to the body section. In the body section, you can see right now we are in the header section. In the header section, we have the main nav bar. In that, we have the anchor tag for which we have added art as the name and hrefs is given as hash. And we have given a class name as nav logo. Then we have another div element, that is nav menu div element. Inside that, we have an unordered list and unordered list. Then we have a list item, and each list item considered has an anchor element, an anchor tag, and inside which we have an I tag for adding the remix icons. You can see RI home line. By adding this class name to this I tag, we can be able to integrate the icons into our website. Here I am using home line, which is a home icon for the home nav element. The same way we have done it for the skills, qualification, then achievements, projects, and contact me. Then we have a close button. This close button is for the mobile version, because in the mobile version we don't have a large amount of space like the desktop, right? We only have small amount of space. So what we do, we will hide the menu bar and we will have a menu icon. So whenever you click on that menu icon, you will get that menu item will be displayed. So that to remove that, we are adding a RA close button. It will be only be available in the mobile version, mobile screen size. Then we have theme change button. Theme change button, we have one. This is for changing from light mode to dark mode. This is one of the function that I've added in this website. Then we have a toggle button for the menu icon. So this menu icon will be visible only in the mobile view. Now let's go through the CSS as well as I will show you the exact way, at what position, how they are aligned. Now let's go to the CSS also line by line, so that you can be able to understand section by section. So first we are importing the font family by using the edited import URL. Then we are using the variable CSS. This is nothing but the root element, right? So in the root element, what we are doing is that whatever the values that you are going to use in the entire website, those values can be given any name. You can see it like this. In such a format, you can give the name and you can give the values to it, and you can call these values into the into any section by using the var element. Let me show you. Here you can see for the body font family, we are using var body font. We are not mentioning what font it is. But if you go back, you can see the body font is already been written in the root element. You can see in the root element we have already written the body font. So we are just calling the value into our whatever section we want to use, so that you don't have to write this these robotos and sans serif for again and again. So it's one of the cleanest way to write the CSS file. Then we have the this is for the responsive typography, that is minimum width is 1024. So below 1024 values for above 1024 pixel size screen size values, devices or water devices, these values will be applied. Then we have the base values, that is the starting values that we give to any website. That is star indicates to overall to the website. That is box sizing is border box, padding is 0, margin is 0. HTML scroll behavior is smooth. So whenever we're scrolling, the scrolling effect should be very smooth. It shouldn't have any effects, right? So that is the reason we are giving scroll behavior equal to smooth. Then we have body. For the body element, we are giving font size, font family. Then we are adding the background color as well, transition. For dark mode, this is for the dark mode. The background will change and it will showcase the change in color whenever we click on from light mode to dark mode. And for heading tags, that is H1, H2, H3 heading tags, we are adding the color, font family, and font weight. For any UL element as well as for anchor element, the basic default styles will be applied, right? So to remove those default styles, we are using for the UL element, we are using this style equal to none. And to remove default styles for anchor tag, we are using text declaration equal to none. Then we have the image. For the image, we have the maximum width is 100% and height is auto. Then for the theme element, we are using these nav buttons. The display equal to flex, align items center, column gap is 1.5 This is for the mobile version. So what happens is the nav buttons elements will be aligned with the top menu. We can see that it will be aligned exactly the center beside. You can see beside the menu elements, the theme button is located beside only exactly at the center of the exact row. You can see that. Then for the change theme, this change theme is nothing but for the icon we are given the value as change theme. You can see here. You can see here change theme is the class given to this theme button that we have used in this website. You can see this button. For that we are giving the font size, color, cursor pointer as well as transition is given to it. Then for the dark mode, so this dark mode is nothing but whenever you click on this button, it will change into dark mode, right? So the dark mode should have some colors, different colors than the light mode colors. So the dark mode colors when it will be applied means that whenever you can let me tell you this. So whenever you click on this menu icon, you have this theme change moon icon, right? So whenever you click on this icon that is located at the top of the button, so what will happen is that if you go to the JS file, let me show you the JS JavaScript so that you understand it. Menu, this one, dark mode will be there, dark mode, light mode. You can see dark and light mode. So what will happen is that first we are taking an element. You can see determined by ID theme button. You can see theme button is nothing but the ID given to the theme button that we used in the website. The theme button. So that is fetched here in the JavaScript when we are creating a constant that is theme button. We are creating two constants, one is dark theme and icon theme, that is a constant theme. Here we are adding the remix icon, RI sun line. This is sun icon that we have added. So first, this one is previously selected topic. If the user is already selected, we want to be stored in our local computer. It will be stored, right? So that thing will be first displayed whenever you refresh the page or when come back after shutting down and come back to the website again, right? So it will, if you still remember it, because we are using the local storage of your computer here. So for that, I'm creating two get element items and when inserting them in our local storage, and we can by getting the current theme, what we are doing is that we are adding the dark theme or light theme. So here what happens is that, so whenever you can see that whenever you it is in the dark mode, you will be having RA moonlight, that means moon symbol will be displayed. In the light mode we want it to be displayed like sun. So this is nothing but with the item, to make sure that we are changing the theme button at the same time we are also changing the theme of the website. So what is the previously chosen? So that topic will be added first. Then we have is the whenever you click on that theme button. So what it will do is that it will toggle dark theme. Dark theme is nothing but we are added the dark theme here. You can see for the body element we are changing the title color, we are changing the text color, we are changing the body color, we are changing the container color and IC color. So what does this means is that, so first we will be having default color values to the light theme, right? So whenever you click on the button, it will activate the JavaScript file, and the JavaScript file what it will do is that it will add this class, that is dark theme class will be added to the body element, and body is the main section, right? So body is the main section means, so these values will change for the body element and will get a dark color theme. So whatever colors you have added, that colors will display in the website, that will change in the theme of the website. You can see here we are also storing those values using the local storage. So because whenever if the user is already changed to dark mode, if he kept the computer asleep and came back and he opened the laptop again, so he can still have the same thing because we are using the local storage here and we are making sure that we are saving it in our laptop, what thing that the user have already been chosen. Okay, next. This is nothing but when for any particular section that you want the color to be changed, we can mention those things. Like you can see navbar, nav menu, scroll up. For that, we are changing background color and box shadow is changing for them. And we are also changing for section border, WebKit scroll bar. This is for the scroll bar that we are going to use in the website because I have created one scroll bar using the WebKit. Then these are the reusable classes. You can say that this container is for each and every section. I have this container. Grid is for whenever I want to have grid elements, like I want to arrange the elements in the grid format. Then I will just simply add this class element that I have, right? So this dot grid is there, right? So I'll just add this class element to that particular section. So automatically these styles will be applied to it directly. That is display grid Javis 1.5 run. So section padding is given, section border, then we have section title and subtitle. Then section for the section title we are giving font size, font weight, and margin bottom. You can see the section title and subtitle will be aligned exactly at the center of the image. Let me show you that. You can see skills is the section title and underline below what is section under and subtitle. So they will be aligned exactly the center because we are aligning using the text align, we are aligning it exactly at the center. And for both title and subtitle, we are adding the font size, font weight, margin, bottom values. You can see them. Then main for the overflow is hidden. Then we have the header element that we have discussed, the index.html. Here you can see that we have the navbar has position is fixed, that is it is fixed at the top of it, and we have the bottom is student, left is 0, and g index is given. Here the index that we are giving from the root element directly we are calling using the var. Directly we are calling using the var element, and then we have the navbar, and for the navbar we are adding the height, display flex, justify content space between items is center. You can see that here. So the navbar we are adding the displays justify space between is there, right? So we are adding that logo and the space is added between them. Then we have the nav elements. Then we can go to the next one, that is nav logo toggle and class. We are adding the color. A title color is added to them. For the nav logo, we are adding font family and font weight. Then for the nav toggle element, we are using displays flex. Font size is 1.25 and cursor font is even to. Then we have the media screen max width is 1023 pixels. So below the 1023 pixel value device screens whatever available, for those only these values will apply. That is nothing but responsive web design. This is very important topic in the web development. So for the nav menu, we want the nav menu to be displayed in the mobile version, right? So in the mobile version, you don't have a lot of space like in the desktop version. We only have small piece. So what we are doing, we are gonna make the visibility of the nav bar hidden, and we'll convert into a sidebar, and whenever you click on the menu icon the nav bar should be visible, right? For that we are using this position is fixed, width is 88%, left and right is given, and bottom you can see it is minus 60%. So it will move outside of the mobile screen size because we are adding the minus 60% to it. So what will happen is that because we don't want the navbar to be visible to us in the mobile device before we click on the menu icon, right? So whenever we click on the menu icon, we only want the side item to be visible. So for that purpose only we are given bottom equal to minus 60%, and you can see nav link hover we are giving color, and for the nav link I tags we are giving the font size. So this nav link close is nothing but whenever you click on the cross icon will be visible to you. So whenever you click on it, it will automatically close the nav element for that. And show menu because we are adding the bottom student, and active link color is given to it. You can see that the show menu is nothing but one and only, then it will help us in making the uh, bottom value. You can see the bottom value is minus 60%, right? So here by giving the show menu as bottom to we are going to make it visible. I'll tell you how. So what will happen is that we will have the menu icon, right? So we'll be having the menu icon. So what will happen is that whenever you click on the menu icon, you. First here I am taking the nav menu, nav tab and nav close icons and referring them here and using their class names. Then what I am doing is that whenever you click on the nav toggle element, then it will add the show menu icon. So what is the show menu? Show menu class has the show menu class has bottom equal to rem. So what happens is that this 2rem bottom equal to 2rem will be rewrite this bottom equal to minus 60. It will remove this bottom equal to minus 60 and it will replace it with bottom equal to rem. So it will automatically move towards upside because we are added transition is bottom minus 3 seconds. So with 3 seconds delay will display upside, giving a very professional look to your website. That's how we can combine JavaScript with our CSS and index.html using the class names. So it is very important that you learn everything. You have to be very professional with HTML, CSS and JavaScript if you want to make a very professional website. And whenever you want to remove it, so Whenever you click on the cross link, then automatically it will nav list will remove the show menu icon. So what will happen is that again it will the value will be changed. That bottom two rem will be replaced with bottom equal to minus 60 pixels. It will replace again, and it will disappear the it will make the disappearance of the menu icon menu items. Then we have the home section. You can go to the home section. This is the main. Then inside the main section we have the home section, and you can see we have a div as container. I've already told you container grid. These two values are the basic values that we have already written, and just by adding them to this class, we are using those tags directly to our section. Here I'm using h1 tag for adding some information. Then I have the br tag is nothing but break tag, which will break the line. You can see I am Abhiram. Then I have added the break tag. So it will go to next line. Next line is content developer. Then I have added break tag again. So it will go to based on raster. You can see they are added exactly in different lines. Then we have a div element. Inside that div we have portfolio image. Then we have added two images or SVG files, that is shape waves and circle. You can see here this one as well as this one. So these both are using the SVG file that we have integrated here. Then we have another div, another list unit. We have an anchor tag. Inside the anchor tag, we have an icon tag for adding the remix icons into our website. But as you can see, I have added LinkedIn, GitHub, as well as Twitter. Then you can go to the another div, that is home info div. Inside that div, we have another single div, inside which we have the h3 element for home info title. Then we have paragraph tag for home info description, and the same div is copied again for contact as well as for the achievements. Then we have another div, that is home info, same div like the above div. We have copied it again. Here we are using the h3 element as well as paragraph element, and we are adding the graduation year and date, and then we are adding the completed projects 15 plus companies work for 2 plus. This is the same code that has been repeated again. So not explaining, you can see that. Now let's go to the CSS file along with it. You can see how neatly they have aligned towards each sides, and the icons are aligned exactly below of it. You can go here, home container, getting row gap is given, pattern is given. Then for the home data, row gap is 1.5 m. You can see the gap is for 1.5 m for each and every section. For the home title, we are adding it as section. It's exactly at the center. It is spacing is 3 m, margin bottom is 5 m. For the home blob, we are giving this position is relative, width is 200 pixel, height is 200 pixel. This is nothing but the one, you can see the circular one. For that we are creating a values, that is 200 and 290 is the height. That is the reason you can see an oval shape in section has been created. Background and border is given to it, suitable contracted paper. And border radius is given as 6.5 m. Then we have the price item, that is price item is center, exactly the center the image will be applied. Then we have the home prefill. Inside the prefill is nothing but the border. You can see that entire black color border is there, right? So that is nothing but the prefill. For that I'm giving the width, and I'm adding the height as well as, and adding the background color, border radius, overflow, display flex, specify content center, flex direction. This direction is flex end. You can see you can also use it for adding a flex start also. You can see the image is moved towards itself. Then we have home prefill image. For that we are giving width equal to 150 pixel. For the home shape views and circle, we are giving the position is absolute and opposite equal to dot 2. You can see them here, both of them aligned with the image. Then for the home shape circle, we are adding the width bottom. Then we are adding the height, transition is index. Then for the social elements, we are justifying them at the exact root center and displays given as flex. Column gap equal to 1.2, 1.25. You can see column gap is 1 to 1. Then we have the home social link for each and every element. We are giving the font size, color, and transaction is given to them. And we want to change in color. So whenever you hold on to this one, whenever you hold on to this button, the buttons that we have, the social media buttons, it will change in color. Then we have the home info. For that, we are using displays globe for the student. For home info title, we are giving the font size and branding, font weight, and description info number. Then we will add the value student, the font size and font weight. Then we can go to the next section, that is the skill section. The skill section, we have the skills section title and section subtitle. We have already explained the code for. Then we have the default skills container. Inside we are using container and weight. So these two values that I've already told you will apply directly to this particular section. That is, they will be aligned using the grid. Display will be aligned as grid. To these particular sections. Then we have a div. Main div, that is skills content div. Inside that we have a stay element, that is a tick element. Inside which we have an I tag for basis icon as well as the name that is given as software developer. Then we have the skills info. Inside skills info, we have div that is copied again. Here you can see inside one div we have the image, this image, and inside H3 element we have the skills name and span element for skills subtitle. The same thing is copied again for 3 more times. You can see, and we also added the image to it. Then the entire code, that is skills info code, is copied again. You can see skills content is copied again. It will paste it again. For adding few more, that is computer fundamentals, in that we are using DSA, and we are using the same code that we are used for the skills content one. Go to the CSS. Let me show you the image. So this is the skills image. We have two sections. One is skill section 1, which is software developer. Skill section 2 is computer fundamentals. Two sections of data. Then we can go to the standard CSS file. Row gap is given as 3.5 m. You can see the gap is 3.5 m. Then we have skills title. For that we are giving display flex, specific component center, alignment center. You can see the titles are aligned exactly to center for each div. This is one div, and this is the second div that we have. So they are aligned exactly center based on their div. Then for the title element, right now we are adding the font size, font weight is added to them, and display grid is added to the skills block, skills data, skills info. Then for each skills info, we are having grid template column VP3, one of our is nothing but that the grid will display 3 elements in each row. You can see 3 elements will be displayed in each row. This is one div. So in this one div, we have only 3 elements. And this is the second div. Inside also, we are having only 3 elements for one row. Because we have mentioned grid template columns repeat 3 1 of n. In gap is mentioned here. Then we have the skills data. For that, we are using display analysis center, text analysis center. You can see how they are aligned exactly to center. You can see based on the line. Then we have the skills blob. Skills blob is nothing but you can see the circular background, white background color is red. Blob is something with the skills blob that was created. By that we gave it the width to have background color, tolerance is given. These items is center, exactly at the center. The image will be exactly at the center. You can see that. Then we have the skills blob image. For that we are giving the width, the specialist name we are giving the font size on the bottom. It was subtitle we are adding font size. Then we have an animation for skills, that is whenever you hover on it. So whenever you hover on to this animation, it bounce towards upside, up and down. That is, it will move from up and down with a small gesture will be done. That is when by using these keyframes. You can see bounce skills. So at 0% it will transfer will be 0. At 20%, it will translate 5 towards minus 6 pixels. That is, if we go downside, then it will at 40%, if we go, if we compare to 0%, then if we go to minus 3 pixel in the 60%, it will come back to normal, and at 80%, with 80%. You can see this is how we add an animation by using the keyframes and giving that name. This is the name of that particular function, and we are adding that animation using the animation type, and we are adding that name here. And you can mention the time delay that you want to give, that is 0.6 seconds. Then we have the qualification. The qualification section. The qualification section, we have the same one, that is the element from section title and span element from section title. Then we have the main container, which is the qualification container. Then we have the main qualification content div, inside which we have next to element. Inside that we have an array, that is the Linux icon that we have integrated using the tag, and we have given the name to it. And then we have another div element, that is qualification info. Inside that we have a div with H3 element for adding the dashboard for technology BTech. This is the qualification name. Then we have the span elements. One is by the qualification country, and one is by the qualification year. Then the same div element is copied again. You can see this div is copied again for 2 more times, and this entire qualification, this entire qualification is copied again for qualification 2. Here above I have added the qualification for my education. Then on now below I am adding the qualification for my experience. So what experience that I've got is 740. I'm just giving the information. And then we have an image, that is qualification image that we have added. You can see that image here. The dark mode is not visible. You can see that. Next we can go to the style of CSS file. Here I am giving version is related. For the container I am giving row gap is 3.5 m. You can see 3.5 m is row gap. Then for the qualification title I have given display spread, justify content center, align items center. You can see education as well as experience, for they have two different blocks, and for each block they are aligned exactly at the center. Then we have publication title info. For that we are giving display grid, and the row gap is student. You can see displays as grid, so they are aligned exactly one by one. And the row gap, the gap between each and every section that we have right here, right? After the years we have gap, then we have the next one. Then we have gap, then we have the next one. So that is given here. Space grid, row gap is 12. Then we have the qualification name. Inside that qualification name, for the qualification name, we are giving the font size and margin bottom. And for the qualification content here, we are giving the display block. Font size and colors added to it. Consider. Then for the qualification name, we are adding the weight equal to 150 pixels. That position is absolute. You can see the image that I have in place. Then bottom is children. We have transform equal to reduce to reduce. Then we have the opacity equal to 0.1. Then we can go to the achievement section. Then we can go to the achievement section. This is the achievement section. Let's go to the third. You can see in the achievement section we have the same one, that is history for the section title and span for the section subtitle. Then we have the main div. Inside that div we have the container and grid. So grid CSS and container based value CSS value should be added to it directly. Then we have the main div, that is the achievements card. In that achievements card we have an alt type for RA trophy element, that is for the icon. Then we have history element for achievement title, and we have the paragraph element for achievement description. And then we have achievement border. For to add the border we are using the div element, and the same div element is copied again. You can see this. You can see this entire div is copied again. This entire div is copied again. For adding 2 more achievements, you can add as many as you want. Let's put the CSS. So for that achievement container, we are justifying content is center. You can see every three divs, we are using three divs, right? The three divs are aligned exactly the center of the web page. And you can see that you have achievement card, position is related to. For each card, we are adding the width is given, height is fixed, and background color is given as container color. Then text line is center. You can see every data is aligned exactly the center. You can see data is not moving towards right side or towards left side. They're adding exactly at the center. Then we have for I tag, we are giving the display is block. Then we're giving font size, color, and margin bottom is given to it. Then we have the achievement title that we're giving the values, and we have achievement border, width, and height is given. You can see achievement border. Uh, then we have is that hover effect. Whenever we hover on to the achievement card, it will rotate 360 degrees. The icon will rotate 360 degrees. You can see that when you hover on to this icon, the cup icon will rotate 360 degrees because we are adding the hover effect. And whenever you hover the hover effect on the card, at the same time we will also show the border value will become 1 because you can see here we are creating an achievement border, but we are keeping opacity 0. So opacity 0 means it will not be visible to our human eye. So what we are doing is that whenever you hover onto the card element, we are making that opacity equal to 1 for the achievement border. Then you can see that you can get a border line. You can see this border line is not there for the remaining two. So whenever you hover onto the card element, the trophy will rotate 360 degrees as well as the border will display. That functionality is added here. Then we can go to the project section. This is the project section we have. Then go to project section, then we have HTML element for section title, then we have the span element for the section web subtitle, then we have the main container div, then we have another div for the project container. Inside that we have each and every div. We are using the swiper wrapper JavaScript library here for this smooth uh, transition that the animation that we can use for displaying our projects. That is the reason we are using the swiper wrapper. And we are giving the project one. You can see for the project one div, we are creating the first div. Inside that we have the image, project image, then we have a div. Inside which we have the span element for adding the subtitle of the project, and we have the title of the project. Then we have an anchor tag to add the I tag inside it, that is the arrow right icon as well as demo link. You can also add any reference to that particular project by adding them in the H reference. So the same project one is copied again for two more times. Then we have added a div element for the cipher arrows. You can see these arrows here. One is for the right side, one is for the left side. So that is the reason we are added arrow right side and arrow left. So these two divs act as arrow elements. As swiper pagination is the div that is created for adding these three dots. You can see at the bottom. That is nothing but the swiper pagination div that we have created here. Then we have contact section. So first let's go to this uh, project, right? So let's go to the stylus CSS for the project element. The project container overflows initial display is equal to grid for the grid, and justify content is center. You can see the project aligned exactly at the center, and we have the project image. For that we are giving the width, the border radius is given, and margin bottom is given to them. You can see the border radius, by applying border radius we are getting curved, slightly curved edges to the image. Then for the project image, for the project subtitle we are adding the font size and color, and for the project title also we are adding font size, margin bottom and margin is added to them. Then for the project button, we are using align flex. We are aligning them exactly at the center. Then you can see for the project button I tag, you can see this icon that we have, right? So these icons we are adding we are applying the font size and transition is applied to them. And whenever we hover onto these buttons, you can see the translate text will move. That is, whenever you hover onto this demo button, you can see this demo button here. It is very close. The arrow is very close to the button. But when for the second one, it is far because I hovered onto this button and it will move towards forward. Then I click the photo of it so that you will be able to understand what will happen when you hover onto the demo button. So when you hover onto the demo button, the arrow will move forward, creating a transition effect. Then for the project container, we are adding the swiper button next, and preview buttons we are adding. You can see both buttons. The preview button, this is button, next button, this is one of previous button. And further we are adding the width, the height is given to them. Margin font size also given to them. Then we are placing them using right and top values. You can see by mentioning those values, we are placing them exactly beside uh, both divs. Then we have the slide button, and then we have the slide page initial bullets. You can see bottom for 0 because they're aligned exactly to the 0 section of the project section. And for them, we are giving the background color is given opposite is initial for them. Then we have the contact section. Where we are in the body, now we are in the contact section. You can see in the contact section we have the SEO tag, there is heading tag for section title, and we have the span element for section subtitle. Then we have the main container div. Inside that div we have the contact content div. Then we have H3 element for adding the contact title, that is the text me, and also adding the I tag, that is remix icon, that I have added chart icon. Then I have used another div for contact info. Inside that div we have a smaller div, that is contact data div. Inside that we have span element for adding the contact data title, that is email, and contact data info, that is email, is provided here. The same div is copied again. The same div is copied again for WhatsApp and for adding the Telegram data also. And then we have another div, that is contact div. Inside this we have added copied exactly. Then we have another div, that is the contact content. Then we have an H3 element, that is have unique ID, that I use for the heading tag, and we've also added send to plane icon to it by using the I tag. Then the form is used here. For the form, I'm using a div element contact form div. Inside that I'm using a label, that is the name. Then I'm using an input tag for adding the input element, that I'm using the type is text. And for in the same way, that same div is copied again for email, and I'm also mentioning type is equal to email. Then I have the label for message. Then for the message one, I'm using the text area, not using input, because I can add text area will give more amount of information that your user can provide. Then a small information you can see here in the contact image. You can see the text area is larger than the input areas. For name and email, it is small because we are using input. And for the message, text area is large because we wanted the user to specify more information. When we have the send button, we have then let's see that go to the footer element. The footer, we have the footer name date, that is with the footer title using HTML element. Then we have the paragraph tag. Then we have another list for the links that we have added using the links list item and anchor tag, and we have referred using them as a reference so that we can read the more that particular section. Today I'm only adding home, skills and project section in the footer element. Then I have the another list, that is the footer social elements, which I'm using anchor tag, and inside that anchor tag I'm using an I tag, that is icons, that I'm adding Linux icons, LinkedIn, GitHub, as well as Twitter. Then I have a span element to add the copyright or its user button for the footer element. Then I have the scroll up anchor tag, that is will be available in the website, that whenever you click on this button, it will move back to the starting slide. Then I have linked the scroll reveal JavaScript library using the script tag. I've also added the swiper bundle JavaScript library. Then I've also added the email one is for adding the email. Then one is for then the main JavaScript file, that is main JS. This is JavaScript file. Now let's go to the contact. In the contact, you can see that we added the container, and then we have the contact title, that is display flex. So you can see that's the contact image. I show the image. The contact name and is added exactly with the center. You can see align a victim justify the center. Column gap is given to it. Font size font weight will apply to it. And for the tag, we are adding the font size and font weight added to them. And the info, data, and form, we are adding display split, so they are aligned exactly in the quick format. You can see. Then we have for the contact data. Then we have contact data title and info product. We are adding the font size, font family, color. And for the contact button, we are adding the maximum width, and we are adding the display align items center, color, and font size is given to them. Then we have the contact button, and then we have the contact button is over. So whenever you hold onto it, the eye will move forward. You can see this arrow icon will move forward. because we are giving transform static x is equal to 0.25m. Then we have the contact form, the description is relative, and we have added them. Then we can go to the contact form input. So the input is nothing but, so whenever we click on this button, whenever we want to enter any data into it, so it will the border will change. The border will change. Then we have the color effect. Then we have the contact button. You can see font size, font weight, cursor, outline values are only given to it. Then we have the status color. Color red, color blue is given for the status. That whether the information is given is the correct one. Then we have the footer. For the footer, we will add a text in the center. You can see the footer, they are aligned exactly the center. All items, links and everything. Order, font size, font weight is given. Footer social and footer link. We are adding display scope, justify contact is center. You can see the links that I have added, that is home, skills and projects, as well as the social icons. They are aligned exactly the center of the web page. Then we have for links, social link item, and whenever we hold on to the link, we are going to transfer y, that is to the website. Then we have the footer copy element. Then we have the social scroll bar. To create our own scroll bar, we are going to use the website scroll bar here, and we are mentioning the width of the scroll bar. You can see this is the width of the scroll bar. Then we have the border radius, and we have the background color is given to it. And the hover effect, you can change the background color is changed. You can see here also in VS also, when I hover onto it, the color will change into light by using more light. You can see this is scroll up button that we have added at the bottom of the page. In the bottom of the page, we are added this scroll up button, right? So that button, what the button is nothing but whenever you click on that button, it will move you back to the starting page. For that, we are adding the font size values, and then we have the breakpoint that is for the responsive web design. Responsive web design is nothing but first you create the website in mobile version or in desktop version, then you will change those values. Small changes will be there, not padding values, the display values that will change, because in the you can see, because we are, this is the desktop version, right? So a lot of space you are giving display grid and you are aligning them one beside another, but in the mobile version you don't have that much space, right? So in that, what will happen is that we have to change the value, that is display grid. We will align with template column will be given as 1, repeat 1 after that means this will come first, then below it will end, the form will come. So we change that values will be changed in the responsive web design by mentioning the width of that particular device. You can see max width responsive that 240 pixel and below values only it will apply. Zero screen size values it will apply. You can see grid template column will be equal to 2. You can see we have maximum changes will be that margin border change would be there. No new values are added here, only for them only we are changing. You can see grid template column is 1FR, 2FR and 1FR. It will based on the size of the script, it will change, the column values will be changing. The display values, most of the time the display values will change. For large device, this is for the large device. For that, the menu bar will be added. You can see background color, box shadow. Max of the time you will not be adding any new code here, only you will change the display values will be changing. So you don't have to be like very much worried about. First, try to complete the website in mobile version or in desktop version, then change those values accordingly. You can also use the Chrome feature that we have, the inspect feature we have in the Chrome, right? So you can be able to know what size we should give, what either we should give a written the column is 1FR or 2FR, because we want, if you think that we can have more space or not. So those values will be there. So you don't have to be worry about it lot much. You just have to change those values. Small values will be there. You are not waiting anymore. You're just changing those values that are already written. That's all. Right? Okay. So that's it. This is the home page. This is the home page of the portfolio. Then we have the skills, then qualification, projects, achievements, contact. Can see one page 1, 2, and 3. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. And please let me know in the comment section. And the source code is already in the description. Please do like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thanks a lot. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to create this responsive portfolio website using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. The source code is available in the description. If you like the content, please do like, share, and subscribe. The entire website is made uh, for professional use, for professional use only. You can use it for your resume. You can showcase your projects over there, and it will be a very good application for your recruiters for your first job that you are looking for. It is a very professional website, portfolio website, and you can make it. It's a very beginner friendly website. Right now we are in the home page. We can see home, skills, qualification, achievements, projects, and contact me. You can see the hover effect on the navbar elements. You can see the theme change button, that is to change from light mode to dark mode. When you click on it, you can change it from light mode to dark mode. It gives a very good functionality to this professional portfolio website. And you can see we have added our image exactly at the center, and we have the information, the biography. Then we added our icons like in LinkedIn, GitHub, and Twitter. And we also have the skills section, and you can see whenever we hover on the skills section, the images will move. This is the hover effect that we have added. Then we have the education and experience section. You can see how neatly we have aligned them. Then we have the achievement section. You can see hover effect on them. The icons will rotate 360 degrees, as well as we'll get an border line. Then we have our projects, because we are using swiper.js JavaScript library. So we have this functionality that we have added. You can see, and you can see the demo button also. Whenever we hover onto it, the arrow will move forward. And you can see this is the contact me form. We have added the informations like our email, WhatsApp number, as well as Telegram. And you can see the border effect whenever we try to enter the data into the input elements. You can see border changes to darker color, that is focus element. Then we have the send button. You can see this is the footer. This is the arrow button to move back to the starting page. As I told you before, this website has light and dark mode. This is the dark mode of the website, and you can see how smooth transition is taking place. The animation is very smooth. How detailing I have done in this project. Is a very responsive portfolio website that you can use for your resume, for your first impression to your recruiters. It will give a very professional look to your resume also. The website is entirely responsive, that is, it is also available in mobile as well as in tab version. Let me show you the mobile version. You can see this is the mobile version of the website. You can see how perfectly they have all been aligned. And you can see that the menu bar I have added at the bottom. At the bottom, you can see I have added the menu bar here. You can see giving an app-like look to the menu bar elements. Just like we open in our mobile phone, right? It gives a very professional look to your website, and the recruiter will be very impressive how you have made it look like a very professional app. You can use your resume too, and you can change the theme here by changing the theme button, which is right beside it, beside the menu element. It gives a very professional look to your resume, and it will give you a very good impression. The entire website is made using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. It is a very beginner-friendly project. You can make this. The source code is available in the description, and the full tutorial is all. It will be also be available on the YouTube channel. Definitely try to visit the channel. There are a lot of websites that I've built, and each and every line of code is being explained. Full tutorials are added into the YouTube channel every day. So definitely try to visit the channel for more amazing content. Thank you so much.